Hey guys, it's Blair, the Love Guru from loveguru.net and thealiennetwork.com. And this video that you're about to see, I recorded over the duration of a week, as well as this connects to a video that I made. It's like maybe like two videos previous to this one if you look on my YouTube or my BitChute account, and make sure you subscribe to both channels. It's Love Guru Blair on bitchute.com, bitchute.com, as well as on youtube.com. So number one, make sure you subscribe to both of those channels. Both are censored, so one can go down at any time. Videos can get removed at any time. Make sure you're connected, as well as I send out updates on my email newsletter. So make sure you sign up for that either at loveguru.net or thealiennetwork.com. You know, I'm bringing it back old school. If you want to hear from me, if you want updates, you sign up for my email newsletter. I don't do Facebook. I don't do Instagram. I don't do TikTok. I don't do any of the stupid shit that is out there, because I am a teacher who walks my talk. All right. That's what I teach people to do, is to remove themselves from the system. So, and there's various reasons for it, but if you want to keep in contact, if you want to quote, follow me and know what's going on when I send out these updates, the best way is to get onto my newsletter, my email newsletter. And I always put updates also on thealiennetwork.com. So I made these two videos about the threats of violence, billboards that I've been seeing around the area where I live in Pennsylvania, which is Lehigh Valley. It's a hot spot for these agendas. And I made these over a period of, I think it's been 1 month, a month and a half or so by now. And in a period of a month, these billboards have popped up literally everywhere. I'll just be hanging out somewhere randomly, driving somewhere randomly, and I'll see the billboard. So I want you to be vigilant if you're seeing these in your area. Now, I go into a different county. I go into Bucks County, which is a neighboring county. I don't see those signs anywhere. I see freedom is not free. I see American flags. I see signs for guns. That shit ain't happening in that county, at least in Upper Bucks, which is where I was. I haven't gone to Central and Lower Bucks, which these agendas might be running there, which is very possible actually in Central Bucks. But, you know, you have to look for the signs yourself as far as what is going on around you. Okay. And you need to adjust your actions accordingly. Well, you don't need to, but I think it's wise to see what's going on. You know, the first step is like being aware of what the agendas are. Number two is like, hey, you get pinged. Like, I don't watch the news. I don't watch the quote conspiracy stuff or whatever. I'm not glued to any of that. But like, this is stuff that I teach. It's stuff that I'm aware of, that spirit and my soul pings me when something is escalating. So that's what's going on here. So watch the videos, comment below, let me know what's going on around near you. Also, I want to share is, if you are a gun owner and you're concerned about what's going on in this world, and even if you're not a gun owner and you're concerned about what's going on in this world, click under the Freedom tab on either loveguru.net or thealiennetwork.com. Gather a group. You only need a minimum of 5 people. I made it very low and very like easily attainable for you to gather some people, you know, your friend, your other friend who's awake, your spouse who's awake, your neighbor who's awake. And I will take you to the next level of your understanding, or in your transcending the New World Order, transcending these agendas of what's going on. So, yeah, gather a group and book a training. I can do it online. I could do it in person. So I'm driving a different road, and yet again, I am seeing another always report acts of violence billboard. I just saw another version of it, like another design. So that makes And I saw one the other day. I don't think I made a video about that one. So that makes 5 billboards that I've seen in very close proximity, like a very close, like small radius in the area where I live, which is Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, and, well, where I'm currently living. Let's just put it like that.
In 600 feet, turn right onto West Turner Street.
And the thing is that I want to hear from you. Again, I want to hear from you if you're seeing these billboards pop up. If you're in the U.S., because this is a U.S. agenda, okay? I think that there's going to be happening in this area. We have the St. Patty's Day parade that is coming up. Everybody's having that. I wasn't in this area before, so like this is a new thing to me. I don't know if I'm going to be going to that. If I do, I'm going to stay on the edges and be very vigilant. You should too. Since I started seeing these billboards and I made that video, there have been 5 other. Like I think that's been a couple of weeks. Well, it's been since the Super Bowl, okay? They did the rituals, then the Super Bowl, then there was Joel Osteen, then there was the KC parade, then there was something else, and then they just had this shooting at the Waffle House in Indianapolis. So yeah, I think that they're like, this area is very programmed. They're definitely into, again, they're programs, so they're into these different agendas. I think there's probably going to be, I don't want to wish that. I don't want to say that. Maybe I can't put this up on here. I might have to like bleep this video somehow on YouTube. But yeah, I just saw another one, so I had to like report it. I had to report the billboard, not an act of violence. But that billboard is an act of violence. TheAlienNetwork.com. Click on Freedom Classes. Freedom Classes or 1984, your choice. Got to free yourself. You free yourself from within by healing yourself of your childhood wounds and programming. Okay, we're just going to wait here for a very special ad to pop up, because I am seeing these ads pop up all over. I want you guys just to wait for it. You're going to get very excited when you see it. I want to hear from you guys if you've been seeing this ad from the Sandy Hook Foundation. Ah, there it is. There it is. Always report threats of violence. That's what we were waiting for. Hey again. So I want to share this last piece with you because I made those videos that you saw a week ago. And well, I made one a week ago and then one like a week and a half ago. So I just decided, hey, time to put out this video. And I did a quick Google search just to see what was going on with this agenda. And the first article that came up was this Cook County sheriff raises awareness of Illinois' red flag gun law. So it says here that there's a billboard campaign that's launched, and it's a different billboard campaign, okay? so you see there's one agenda and they're coming at it at different angles because again, it's the main agenda that they have different branches that are being released, you know? So to, well, I'm not going to go into all of it, but like there's one big agenda and then there's different avenues of it that they're launching. They're launching you know, different ways of going at it, okay? So this sheriff launched a billboard campaign. Again, it's a different billboard. You can go to this article, you'll see the billboard to raise awareness of Illinois' so-called red flag laws aimed at helping remove guns from someone who could be a danger to themselves or others. The Firearms Restraining Order Act allows concerning relatives or roommates to seek a court order. You paying attention here? Seek a court order to take away guns from someone who might be too dangerous to have one. Evidence that could support such a court order could include recent threats or acts of violence. Oh, where have we seen that same wording? Oh, I don't know. Can we just rewind the video? Evidence of drug or alcohol abuse, a prior felony arrest, a violation of restraining order, or other order of protection or a history, or the use of threat of physical force against another person. Again, they can swing that they could swing this any which way they want to so that it benefits them. You know, people who don't have guns typically think, oh, this doesn't affect me, just like people who wear cell phones and they're allowing who have cell phones on them all the time and on, like as in on them, as well as on, like actively getting the cell phone you know, raise going on, which you should not be carrying your cell phone with you at all right? Just FYI, in case you're new here. It's just like those people who say like, oh, I have nothing to hide. They can record me, it doesn't matter, you know, that's like well known these days. Oh, they can record me, it doesn't matter, I have nothing to hide. I've got nothing to hide. I've got nothing to hide. I have a whole comedy routine on what everybody typically says to me when I share my beliefs and my education and whatever. So just like they think, okay, it doesn't matter, you're being recorded, these things can be swayed any which way that they want it to be swayed. Just like here, you see how this agenda is taking, it's more advanced, it's advancing now, it's gone to another level. They're putting up these billboards all around my area, and I'm sure it's in other major cities too. I don't even live in a major city. So you have to be aware of, okay, do I live in a hot spot for these things? You notice the billboards, you become aware of what the other agendas are too, so you could be vigilant. Now, if you don't know what the other agendas are or this agenda, what I'm talking about, you know, this is not the space for me really to educate you. It's not the space on YouTube for you to get the education. You actually have to take the time and take the energy and spend the money and book freedom classes to learn. You know, I shorten up that time span that it takes to learn this material. It's a big topic. There's different branches of the different agendas going on. And they're all happening now. And if you're not educated on it, you're not going to see them coming. So what's happening here is, like, again, the first search item on Google is this article happening in Chicago about, hey, you know, if someone's acting erratic, you can go get it. I'm sure it's like if you have, you know, again, mental illness, if you're, it's probably for veterans also. It's definitely for veterans. Drug or alcohol abuse, they can swing that any which way. If you're drinking one drink a night, that, you know, whatever, I don't know, they could build out a story that they want any way that they want. Okay. So this agenda is moving forward. This is how it's happening. You know, get educated as to what's going on. Again, I'm here as a resource for you, loveguru.net, and go under freedom classes or the aliennetwork.com. That whole website is dedicated to you, to educating you, to help empowering you. The time is now. So, get involved, and you're only able to get involved when you actually, number one, are educated about it, but number two, healed of your internal wounds. These things connect. That's how you get into your power. That's how you see things clearly. And that's how you could actually be part of the solution.